So guys, let us see what will happen, whether now our leaders will start putting on their thinking cap. Nigerians react as oil price goes below $0 for the first time ever in US history. Oil price going negative for the first time in history. Now minus $25 for cash delivery because there is nowhere to eat. No one is using it, with planes and vehicles parked and factories shut down due to stay-at-home orders. According to reports, the physical demand of crude oil in the US has dried up, creating global supply glut as billions of people stay at home to stop the spread of the coronavirus. This is unprecedented, happening for the first time ever in human history. For those who don't understand the stuff, 1 barrel of oil is equivalent to 158,987 liters. Now, 1 barrel is just $0.5, which means 159 liters of oil costs 195 naira only in the global market presently. Oil dropping to less than $0, it may also mean sellers are paying buyers to take the oil from because they don't have any place left to store it. No cars, no planes, no ships, no factories. So demand of oil now low. There is an excess supply and the storage space is running out. However, many Nigerians came out wide on social media to react to the fall of oil prices, as bottle of Coke is now cheaper than a barrel of crude oil. Oh, serious. On serious note, this oil was the reason of wars of 2 previous decades. Now it is even cheaper than manure. 2020, in one sentence, a roll toilet is worth than a barrel of oil. A roll of toilet paper, yeah. I can comfortably buy more than 5 barrels of oil and my account balance won't shake. What a time to be alive. A barrel of crude dropped lower than 50 lb bag of manure. My friends and I going to invest in oil. Dangote right now, after spending billions to build a refinery, then what happens? You know, apart from this pandemic, of course, things might see work out very soon. But those who have been talking about, oh yes, we have now, we don't have oil, with this and that, and people have been telling them, forget this oil. Apart from what is happening now, there was a report before now that in years to come, oil will be a thing of the past because most of the people who are using oil, like for cars and all of that, they might not be using it again. That people should just start bracing themselves for what will happen in the future, because a lot of things are happening. You can imagine a lot of manual works that people were doing in those days, that you just have to see people, but now most of the jobs, robots are doing them. And it's saving a lot of things. It's cutting costs. But one thing with us in this country, and that is why you see that majority of those people who are saying, oh, they want to serve you, they want to be this, they want to be that, because of the money coming from the crude oil in this country, always going to Abuja to go and get money. That is why majority of them are going there. And you see that once they come into office, whether they are presidents, whether they are governors, they don't say anything, they don't do anything, they don't bring anything to the table, no initiative, no whatsoever, no idea that they will bring in. A lot of mineral resources that we have in the country untapped, they are not bothering about that. It's only the oil, only the oil. Can you believe that most of the natural resources, most of the things that we have, if we invest in them, look into them thoroughly, they will give us money more than oil? But no, they are not ready to do that. The only thing they will tell you, oh, we have paid salary, and they will be priding themselves, we have paid salary. That is one of their achievements. They've paid salary where I'm not owing, as if that is what they need to do to build a country, for a country to move forward, for a country to be developed. They use it as a yardstick because some people are doing it, because abnormalities have become the normal thing that we celebrate in this our country. So now with this one that is coming up now, I don't know how they are going to do it, because before now it has been falling. Now it has never happened. Of course, it fell when this government came on board. They were like, oh, it fell below 56 naira, 28 naira, 30 naira before it started climbing. again. They will not see something to cling on to use as an excuse. Like I said from the beginning, whether this one will not make a lot of them to start putting on their thinking car, because they just know how to spend. Oh, we want to buy the latest car. Compare what they are doing with what they are getting from the masses. You cannot just compare them at all. You can't just compare them at all. But let's see what they are going to be doing, and a lot of excuses will start coming in. Someone says, please let it remain like that at least for the next 5 years, so that we can properly define one Nigeria. This present one Nigeria based on Niger Delta oil has brought destruction, born to rule, nepotism, neocolonialism, and death. Now, the government that relies solely on oil will now know that this is the right time to diversify the nation economy. When I hear this diversification, I don't know for how long. They are just always using that word. Close to 5 years, we have not been able to diversify. What are the things that we are doing apart from this crude oil? Diversification, diversification. If they want to how will I put it? If they want to deceive the people, diversification. Till today, oh, ease of doing business. They can that thing can sweet for their mouth. Oh, ease of doing business. Oh, this and that. And we want foreign investors to come. And we, even with no infrastructure on ground, no security, nothing. And you want foreign investors to come. I laugh. Okay. Like someone is saying that, and it's time to cut down the jumbo salaries amassed to higher ranking government officers and the new lawmakers. I foresee crisis in the nation economy. May God save the masses. I wish it will remain like that. Then our leaders will know the importance of farming. They are using Esme and their cow to disturb and keep people from the east, west, and south because of religion and tribalism. No matter how much you try, we must survive. Make price per liter come down to 20 naira na ndi ara Buhari. Let's all go back to farm, but even farming is politics now in Nigeria. If not, from a part of the nation, no fertilizer bags for you. A nation without justice, nation without love, a nation with wickedness outlook, no mercy for anything. Most of our forests and farmland are occupied by strangers and killers. May God help us. Time God wants us to enjoy from our resources. My friend, hmm, this is ridiculous. This is the time the northern people should leave the southern alone, because the oil money is not there again to share what the Nigeria rulers achieved with it, and when it was liquid good. Yes, when we had and that's a big question. When everything was good, when everything was fine, what did we do with them? Nothing. No infrastructure in place. They stole, and they are still stealing. The stealing has been like that since time immemorial. They made themselves billionaires. They made themselves trillionaires. That is the only thing we can say we have gained in this country. Individuals who have made themselves high and mighty because of what is supposed to be used for the whole country. No, they diverted all of those things. And that's the question somebody is asking. Even when we had the opportunity, when the price was 300, 500, 200, whatever the case may be, the price may be, what did they do with it? Is it even better if there's nothing? Maybe it will now make them to put on their thinking cap, those other things that we've not been doing. But one thing with them, they will say, "Oh, let us free ourselves from this lockdown, because everything will now come back to normal." Definitely, everything will come back to normal, but it will not teach them any lesson. It won't teach them any lesson. No matter how drop it may be in the world, this government has no good intention for Nigerians. They will still sell above 100 naira for masses, and Lai Mohammed will lie again. Say like Mohammed will lie again. Bad time for Nigerians. Less for Nigeria. If you know, you know, the pain will be shifted to the poor masses. That is what I mean. This is the right time to permanently slash NAS, governors, and other political office holders incredible allowances and salaries. I have predicted it before, and we still say it now, that the beginning of the end of the American economy is by the corner. Another world power is imminent. The Chinese Republican will soon lead the world, just as it was predicted by Robert Mugabe some years back, that the sun rises from the east and sets in the west. TB Joshua said it, but no one will commend him now. People are just busy making a joke of him every now and then. Emmanuel. Still waiting for Nigerian government to cut the price of fuel to 35 naira or 40 naira per litre. Something now, wow, this is the right time for our leaders to stop looting our resources. Are you sure they're going to stop? Okay, guys, let's hear your opinion concerning what will happen. Do you think it's going to make our leaders to put on their thinking cap? Do you think so? Leave your comment below and let's have your take. Thank you.